welcome to the 100th episode of Testify podcast.
The big 100.
Yeah, it's taken 11 years. And
10 episodes. Quick math.
10 episodes a year.
Yes.
But we've gotten there.
Yes.
So I can't believe it.
We have. And we've got some special guests with us today.
Yes.
They've come all the way from Carrara, Narang, Rabina.
Wrongery.
Oh, wow.
It's all right.
Geez, you really know, mate. You're all over this.
Welcome, Dan.
Dan's
Thanks.
from Labrador.
Labrador. No, I bet not. This is recorded.
Dan
Labrador's awesome.
Dan's been knocking on the door trying to get onto the podcast for so long.
It's taken so long. It's taken 11 years
Yes.
for me to get here.
Sasha and
It's amazing.
Dan.
Yep.
And the
Pumped.
lovely Sasha. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Welcome
The lovely
to first.
Marshall
Thank
and the lovely Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia Gray on the podcast.
Georgia, have you
potty.
have you been on this?
No,
Have you-
I
see?
haven't.
Got 3 rookies here.
Yeah.
Rookies, you guys are
Let's
seasons.
go.
Georgia's in front of a camera every day of the week.
Okay.
So good. So good. So the idea for this podcast was that, am I still allowed to look at the camera, Taylor? The idea for this podcast was that we would just have some cool stories and testimonies of Chapel, full of a room of people who have been around for 10 or 11 years. So that's what we're going to try and do now. Hey, Marsh.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe should we go around and just say, for those that don't know us, we'll start with Dan.
Sure.
'Cause who doesn't know Dan? But maybe just share who you are.
Who am I? Is this a long podcast? Because we're going to need more time than we got. Dan Paikea, married 25 years to Claire Paikea. We have 3 kids, 20-year-old daughter, 18-year-old son, and a 16-year-old daughter.
Just a shout out to the favorite one.
I have favourite 16-year-olds and a favourite 18-year-old and a favourite 20-year-old.
So political.
And then,
So political.
yeah, actually, August this year was our 25th year of full-time ministry, and then September this year was 25 years that we've been married. So we're a 2025 thing. And I've been at Chapel since day one. And, yeah, it's amazing. Been an amazing journey and thankful to be here. Oh, yeah, totally thankful to be here right now. Loving it.
Loves it.
It's amazing.
So good. Mrs. Frasson.
Yes, that is I. Yes, my name is Sasha. And I'm married to Raphael.
What a man.
Yeah.
Spelled Raphael.
Spelled Raphael. Yeah, everyone gets confused. Like, what are you calling him? Huff? Yeah, so it's Raphael in Portuguese. So Huffy. And we have 2 kiddies, Manny, who is 6, and Nora, 2.5. We've been at Chapel since the first Easter is when we first started coming. So,
Oh, wow.
pretty
2013.
close. 2013.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey.
Awesome. You know enough about me, I think. Are we doing that?
I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Okay, my name is Georgia Tahiko now, not Ray.
Georgia Gray. Oh, my
Georgia
gosh.
Tahiko.
Sorry, Georgie. Oh,
You know where she lives, you know her name, and you're onto it.
man.
Look, Georgia Tahiko Dash Gray.
Yes.
And I
You're no longer a part of my family.
Sad.
and I'm 23. I've been married for 3 years to my amazing husband Brandon, and I have a little son who's 6 months old named Azariah. And I've been at Chapel since the start. Moved to Australia, and yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
You were
That is
singing,
cute.
at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was.
you
yeah.
were singing. That's true.
Yeah, I remember it was like George, me, I think it was Lani, Talisi, and then maybe Elijah on the keys. And it was literally just us, like, and George had that mic.
That's
those
right.
mics.
The old school,
No.
the old school like Madonna.
Yeah, and he would like play the guitar with that
Yes,
little mic.
I
and it
remember
was
that
so
thing.
good.
Oh, he'd play bass
Yeah.
and
yeah.
Elijah would play acoustic, I think.
Shucks.
Yeah.
But Elijah wasn't
Good memories.
singing.
No, Elijah wasn't singing then. I think Jara was drumming and Nate wasn't singing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back that microphone.
Yeah.
No? Yes?
Nah.
Yeah,
Definitely
it's
not.
be easier when you're preaching to have that thing. You can use your hands more.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
Marsh.
Love those kids.
Oh, amazing.
We're going to get a couple. 15th birthday.
Well, I had a
Ooh.
headset mic for our podcast and got hassled.
Oh, all right. Pilot Marshall Fire.
Yeah, that was good.
They were good.
Oh,
I loved it.
What, you like the headset, Mike?
mate, I love them.
Oh.
I think they're amazing.
Can we book Dan in for next week for another podcast?
You want to believe we got something on, mate?
Go on. Maybe can we share like a favorite memory or story or just something that stands out? If you're like, man, what stands out over 11 years chapel? Something that happened or that you saw or that you've been a part of?
Jeez, don't all jump in at once.
Well, can I just?
There's a lot. Go.
No,
There's a
I
lot.
just,
And
like,
my brain
last-
just gone through files.
I'm
and-
going to go back to something, but I just think it's cool because Sasha's here. This is last night. Ollie, my 2.5-year-old, was leaving, and Nora had already come out. Nora's how old?
2.5.
2.5. This is like a plug for the 20th year, the 2000th podcast, or it'll be 200 actually at the rate we're going. But she came out and gave him a hug in the car, and then I took her back inside to Huff, and then she was crying to come out and see Ollie again. Like, arranged marriage, 10 years. Let's
go.
Oh, 10 years.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
12 and a half.
Because I said 10 already.
Jeez,
Maybe 20.
20.
18 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 years.
Perfect.
Okay. Anyway, it's just cute, hey?
So cute.
I do have something.
Yeah.
I remember I was
no.
back at the school.
Brody.
Yeah, Brody and Waffa, who's not with us now. She passed away early this year. But I think you guys are all there. But remember, a bunch of people in chapel got together,
Yes.
and she needed a car because she was in like a what do you call those?
Heap of junk.
Young, heap of junk. The young people that drive, what do they call it? Boy races. And hard to get in and out for her. But I remember that some people got together and bought her a car, and then we gave it to her. I think it was at the end of the service. Yeah, and then everyone kind of, she had no idea. And
So good.
yeah, she was just a mess. She was a wreck, and yeah, gave her this, this car that wasn't brand new, but it was new to her. And that sticks in my mind, just like watching how overwhelmed she was at the generosity of the people, the body.
How amazing. She
Yeah.
had no idea, hey?
Yeah, she had no idea. Yeah. And it was a lot of different people contributed to that. So it was pretty amazing. Yeah, I love stuff like that.
That's so
kind
special.
of, it does indicate something about the heartbeat of who we are, which is pretty awesome. Yeah.
I remember a few things. I remember kids' church having the wet Sunday. And they used to have water fights
Yeah.
out on the park at the school.
Yeah.
They had the slippery,
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.
the polystyrene with soap and suds on it and slippery square, whatever they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those.
There's some great photos
Yeah.
of those kids who are now
Yes.
older.
Joel's there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
And I've seen those photos. They're pretty amazing. Little
And then there was
rugrats.
the Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah, like the manhunts around the school.
Yeah.
Just to
So
clarify, the Hunger Games.
Yeah, maybe not the
you're wondering.
Hunger
So we
Games.
had the leaders with pool noodles, and they were on the hunt for all the igniters running around the school.
So
missed
good.
that.
With
I thought we did that
Smack
at
them
youth
with
a few times as well.
Yeah.
In the dark at youth. That was so fun.
yeah.
So good.
You know what they're bringing back from youth? Were you around for Couch Run?
Oh, where everyone was on the couches around the street.
That's happening. Nate Oop was
Yeah.
organising it for like 3 weeks' time.
Wow.
Man, that was awesome. Or the youth had broken into whatever teams, 3 or 4 teams, and they had a couch. Each team had a couch, and they had to carry it around the block of 5 space. First one back, one. But there was 2 vans full of leaders, or maybe at that time 1 van. And if the leaders saw you, everyone had to be on the couch. And if one part of your body was off the couch, you were kidnapped. I'm pretty sure the youth leaders at the time that were a little bit irresponsible, now that I think about this, they put a bag over their head and threw them in the van and brought them back to jail at 5 space.
How did they get out of jail?
Just a time thing. It's just really a
And then they
time
had to run and catch up with it.
catch up with their team and help
So
out.
good.
So fun. So
Wow.
fun.
I remember the slippery slide at camp and stuff.
Oh,
That
Yes.
camp year
That was pandemonium.
was iconic. That
Yeah.
one year was just so good.
It was. The first year that we went,
Was
hey.
it the
Yeah.
fancy dress Hawaiian night?
No,
Oh,
it was
hang
the
on.
year before that.
Yeah.
The
No,
year
are you
before
talking?
that.
Are you talking about our camp that we organised, or the camp we went to in Brisbane?
Not the camp we went to in Brisbane, the one that
Our
we
camp.
organised. And I think I was still in youth in that last one, maybe. Because then the following year, Brandon came, but we came. Like
serve.
we didn't stay, we came to serve. But the year before, I remember how fun that one
I
was.
think that was the Hawaiian one.
Really?
I thought it was.
I think
No. I think that was the year after.
Oh, the year.
Yeah.
That Hawaiian one was cool too.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was so cool.
Yeah.
Was it Bornhofen?
Yeah. Yeah.
The one with the slide was amazing. I don't
Yeah,
know
that
what year
huge
that
slide.
was.
We still got footage.
Yeah. I
of
have
that.
no idea how no one got injured
Oh,
man.
you know,
at the
one,
bottom of the slide.
the
Yeah.
one that was done at Youth Live.
Brisbane. That kid was knocked unconscious.
Wait, I
Right
think
next
I
to
can remember that one.
Right next to a tree.
Oh, that was the first.
I think
good.
I can remember that
Oh,
one.
that was the first year. It was right by a tree. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Let's do a Zoom slide
Yeah.
here. There's a tree right here.
Yeah, I think it
That'll
was
work.
like we were trying to protect the part of the grass because it was like a fielded area.
Not protect the kids,
Nah,
but protect the grass.
nah, that was crazy. Eh? That was a kid got knocked fully unconscious
Oh,
at the
that's
top
so
of the
bad.
slide. He ran to jump and his feet just slipped out from underneath him. And he landed, hit his head, and he's like sliding down. He was fine. That's why it's funny. He
That's
got
why
up.
parents sign release forms.
Yeah, 100%. Well, no one
Waivers.
said, no one
Sound
said to
waiver.
him. No one was like, run as fast as you can and do something stupid at the
wow.
top of the slide. That was his own decision.
I remember though at that youth, everyone was trying to get airtime. Do you remember? And there was like those pool floaties, and they were like running, trying to get a bit of airtime.
Oh, that's what happened.
so dumb. And then we had like the boot camp. And remember, like every morning, like Alex and Josh were like running us through like these CrossFit workouts on the court.
So good.
Yes, 100%.
So good.
You know
good
what I remember
memories.
from your? Oh no, that wasn't camp. That was Runaway Bay. This is when you were
Runaway
like
Bay.
when you were 14, about 14,
yeah,
15.
I remember that.
Just starting to
Wow.
go through your
yeah.
you're testing the boundaries and own personality. I think Alex or someone just finished explaining a game.
Oh no.
No, it wasn't even finished. It was like halfway through explaining the game, and Georgie just pipes up and she's like, "This sucks." I was like, "Georgia, what are you doing?" All I
so
could say was,
good.
"I'm gonna tell your dad."
I was probably there. Was I not there?
No, you're probably in the kitchen. I don't know. I just remember being like,
Runaway Bay.
So good.
yeah. So I was like, man, I was shamed because I was like, man, we're trying our best here, Georgia. And you're like, you guys suck.
I probably didn't mean it at the time.
Nah,
It probably
you-
just got blurted out.
Yeah, it did.
Anyway.
It
I
was.
do remember them dressing up, going to the movies.
Oh, that was cool.
man.
We all had to dress up as like Avengers or superheroes and walk
Yeah.
to Harbour Town or
Yeah.
something. That was cool.
So awesome.
I dressed up as Jesus.
Yeah.
That was so good.
You had to pick Jesus.
Oh, it was superhero. I was trying to set an example.
It was so
Jesus is
good.
my superhero.
Oh,
We've got photos of all this.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
This is-
I want to put photos over the podcast. I feel like that'd be so cool. Like bring
Let's
up the
go.
receipts,
Nice.
you know?
this is for you, Georgia.
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
That's for Georgia. Not for you. Pass it on.
What's
So
your
good.
sort of first memory, Sash?
First
Because you
memory.
weren't in youth, you weren't a young adult.
Yeah. I mean, I was a young adult.
Well, you were a young adult.
Yeah.
Did you
At one
did you
point.
meet Huff before Chapel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we came together to chapel.
That's right. And then you guys got married.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you had,
that was a good memory.
I remember the wedding.
Yes.
So sweet.
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome. But I think I definitely loved the breaking breads that we had in that outdoor area. There was all those like
yeah.
bright umbrellas, and we'd
How
just
good.
hang out in that
So
outdoor
good.
patio.
It's true.
And I think especially for us because we were new and Huff was like really quiet, you know, still learning English. He was the only Brazilian then at that time.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty
Wow.
He
much.
Yeah.
was the first Brazilian, and then I think Sammy came
And
next. But
Sammy.
for ages, there was only like two of them. Crazy to think
So
now.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for us, and especially him being like quite shy, for ages he'd kind of want to leave straight after the service. So, you know, I'd kind of linger and chat, and I could see him waiting kind of looking at me like, let's go, I'm uncomfortable. So, it was like that for at least a year. So I think things like breaking bread, where you kind of were forced to sit at a table with people you didn't know, and just like share a meal and just have, surface chats to start with. But over time, built relationships. So we definitely love breaking bread, and then just being able to go across the road to the beach with everyone and jump in the water. And the New Year's Eve party.
Wow.
So we
So
had that.
good.
There was a night, I think there was just music, but then the next year there was like silent disco. I think we had.
Silence. No,
Yeah.
Oh.
that was for our worship night.
Yeah, that was a.
Oh, was
It
it?
silent
Okay.
worship night.
We've
Wasn't it?
But we
Go
did
ahead.
have like discos
Yeah.
and then New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We
And there
had
were
us with-
Hawaiian
with the
themed. They were
earphones,
often-
the headphones.
Gyra's 21st, that silent disco.
No.
No,
is it?
there was another.
No, there was one at school at Broadbeach.
No,
Yeah.
someone had, I think, a birthday with it, and you were like,
Jara.
we should get these for worship.
No,
Yeah.
Silent
not
worship.
Jara.
It was.
Yeah, it's Jara.
Gyra's
Can we just check with the
Okay.
director?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's
Can we confirm or deny? It was Gyra's 21st. We've
Because
just
it's there, I
confirmed.
said, we should do this for one night of
Yeah,
worship.
and then we did.
And then did you have it for, was there another time we did that?
I only remember one time.
I remember
Maybe it
once.
was worship, maybe it was disco night. I don't know, but
Maybe
it was fun.
Everyone got confused and it was both.
Because we're a godly church, it would have been worship for
Yeah,
sure.
out
Would
of
have
our
been
hearts.
worship, yeah.
We wanted to party, but
Yeah,
we
it wouldn't have
just-
been a disco.
We started worshipping. We
No
couldn't
way.
help it.
Of
But I
course.
do remember we got 100 headsets.
Wow.
100.
Did we use 100?
I really think it was New Year's Eve.
And everyone was just in the hall, just like worshiping. And you take your earphones off, it sounds terrible.
Yes.
You could
Some
So
people
good.
singing.
Man, I can remember that. People would be singing really loud, and you're like, oh, put them back on.
That is classic.
What about the time we did I Worship? Where all the musicians used their iPhones to play
I
their,
remember that.
to play their instruments.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Vaguely
Yeah,
remember
that.
that.
Was good.
Elijah
That
played
was
the electric
good.
guitar on his iPhone. Jara played
So good.
drums on his iPhone. It was random as.
I remember.
Oh,
Man.
Alex played the keys on her iPhone.
I remember that.
Actually,
So good.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it sounded
music
like.
And George might have
Yeah.
used his Android.
Yeah.
It was so
Man,
like that was
So
a
good.
memory.
There's been so many little things. Like even this one time, you're like, okay, I'm gonna preach from the back now. And you
That's what I was
walk
just
to
thinking.
the back, and then
I was
everyone
thinking
is
that.
sitting
Oh,
in
that
their
was
chairs.
good.
and then the people that hadn't arrived yet, that
Yeah.
were half an hour late, were like,
In the
Oh, how do I get in here?
And the toilets right there.
That
didn't
looking
really
back
think
now,
about
it probably wasn't.
no, it
worked.
was awesome. It was so good.
good.
And
It
then
worked.
we used to do in the middle, the circle.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
circle.
it's circle.
Bro, we
I think
started
I
that.
do.
I'm just going to say, we did that before Maverick City made a song and did that.
Who's Maverick City?
Exactly. Exactly.
What?
Are they?
You know Maverick City? Yeah.
Just, they just sing worship, don't even worry. It's
Yeah.
not even a thing.
Is it a city? Yeah, of course.
no, just
It's,
a band.
um,
Chandler Moore.
what's the, Furtick, Stephen Furtick.
Who's?
Elevation.
He's got his name on every single one of those songs.
Yeah.
Every song.
Maverick City.
Yep.
All right.
I thought it was Elevation.
What?
Well, they're not about this podcast.
What?
They're all the same.
Who's?
Yeah. Moving on.
I like chapel music.
Oh, are they the
Should we
best?
just preview something?
Yeah, quick song.
The new one. The new one. Which comes out this week.
Throne Room.
Last week.
Ah, what's,
Yeah.
came out a couple weeks ago.
Came out a couple of weeks ago.
So good.
Everyone should have it.
Oh, you should already. If you
Click on
don't,
the link tree
It's
and
like-
go straight to
Yeah.
chapel music and subscribe.
It's amazing.
if you don't have it, hit like to this video, subscribe. You know the rest.
And make sure the bell notification is on.
Whoa, you're watching it on YouTube.
YouTuber.
Can I say a funny memory that it's funny now, but it didn't used to be? Is like our sound system. Do you remember when our sound system would just
Yeah.
go
Jeez.
bang mid worship, and everyone would
Yeah.
go, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
We give
She
you.
was. She was rugged.
Yeah.
man.
The one
Rugged.
at the Broadbeach school was
Man.
rough, eh?
One memory I have was when Dan, you were preaching.
Well,
Remember we had those stages up high and the speakers on top of the stage?
yes.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
I remember
And
that.
then,
Oh, the
and then Dan's
stands.
like, okay, let's get rid of all the chairs and let's just all worship the Lord. And that's when they wrote Mighty.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Just saying Mighty, and it was just going nuts.
It was awesome.
Wow, this is awesome. I was standing on the side. It's like, wow, this is awesome. awesome, man. Everyone was getting into
It was easy to get rid of the chairs then. There was about 10.
I was just thinking when you're
Move that
saying
one row.
when you're saying everyone worships, like, you know, probably half the amount of people that are at prayer last night. Yeah.
Do you remember the time, I don't know, it was in a
Yeah.
night service. You know how funny things get said all the time in church, especially if you've been around a long time in it. You know, I can't, if the lady watches this, we love you. But she got up and she was talking about like the blood, you know, communion, the blood. And she's like, we need to drink the blood. Drink the blood, everybody.
She wrote a song.
Yeah, she wrote a song and she sung about drinking the blood. And we're all like, I don't know, but I remember it distinctly because I was like cringing.
Was this Testify?
I think it was Testify, actually, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, it was
wow.
we were like cringing hard.
dark.
I don't want to drink the blood, man.
Just getting a bit random.
And that's when we implemented.
Screaming.
We didn't implement anything. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
One of my favorite, I'll call it an era, was when we had the baby boom.
Oh,
And
let's
everybody,
go.
it was
People were
like
pregnant.
every month someone else was finding out they were pregnant. To the
Yes.
point that by the end of that year, which I think was like 2016, there was like 11 or 12 of us pregnant at the same time. And like literally all the older ladies were like, we're not drinking the water here. There's something in the water.
We're saying that.
And it was so funny because there were heaps like you guys and
Man.
Suze and Amy that hadn't planned to, but it was straight off the back of a love series.
crazy love.
Yeah, it was
Crazy
Crazy
Love.
Love. That's right. And then
Jeez.
straight after that, there was a big baby boom.
Wow.
So that was really
So
fun.
good.
Then the year later, all of us at the back with our babies going, like we were all at the back all
good.
the time with our babies. And then from that, because I think kids' church sort of started maybe from 3 or 4, but then we just had all of these toddlers running around the back. So we were like, what do we do? So then we had that grass patch out the back. At Broad Beach State
Oh,
School.
yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
side,
So then,
yeah.
Yes.
then it became like the toddler zone. So
That's
that was
right.
a fun
Because
time.
That's true.
the
a good
baby
memory.
room was the back corner of the
Yeah.
auditorium with a screen just towards the front door.
That would fall over quite
It would
regularly.
fall- then the toddlers started playing with the screen and then it would
Yeah.
fall on the nursing mothers inside.
Yeah.
I
And then
remember
you'd have a youth just like come and sit down on the couch next to you while you're like trying to feed.
That's
We're
right.
Like, "Ah."
Semi's like, I've got to feed Vita. Can you ask the boys to hop out of the mother's feeding area? Oh man, so crack up.
So-
there.
And then like a lot of those kids, like because I've got photos of that time and toddlers, like 8 out of the 10 kids in those photos are still with us.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're
So
all like,
cool.
5, 6 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really, I
Half of-
love that.
they're all massive now.
Yeah.
The baby booming
Yeah.
growth. That's
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So you got to preach on a love series and then you grow your church.
Crazy
Is that
love. It's
crazy
gotta be
love?
Crazy love.
It's amazing.
I feel like this last year there's been so many boys born
That's true.
as well, randomly.
Well, there
Like,
was there a lot of girls?
So with our boom, there was like literally everybody who found out what they were having, it was like boy, 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 boy. And then I think Vita was the first of the girls.
She
and
was.
then there was like 4 or 5 girls in a row.
Wow.
It
Man,
was just like they were all,
has the
together.
baby boom stopped? Really? There's a lot of babies
now.
around.
No, still there.
No.
Still,
trick-
they're still
Still
coming.
there.
They're still there.
The trick is Crazy Love series, compounded with a little bit of a lockdown series. And then
Right.
boom, then you're on.
Faith without works is dead.
Oh, gosh.
So, you know,
Church grew.
yeah, it's amazing. It's
I
amazing.
remember going to Emmanuel College.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Something.
Yes, we did.
yeah.
The worship team
What
did a
was
fair
that?
bit of stuff over the years, eh? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
but we
Is
had
that because we couldn't? I don't think we could get in Broadbeach there.
because of we couldn't do it at Broadbeach.
Yeah.
For some
Yeah.
They were
reason.
doing something. They were doing like maintenance or something.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure. So, because I was an intern at that time, so we had to move.
We did
there.
go to the.
They were doing the concreting, were they?
I
I
feel
can't
like they
remember.
were
It
doing
was-
some kind of maintenance.
We did go to the Surf Lifesaving Club one Sunday.
What was that for
I
again?
can't remember.
Same thing. Hall wasn't available.
Yeah,
Jeez,
That was
That was
tiny.
a real squeeze. Too.
Yeah, it was tiny. Yeah.
man.
Emmanuel College, the Lifesaving Club.
Even
TUTers.
Easter United,
East United.
like seeing the team and all that. Do that. That's cool.
Yeah, we've been involved in that. That's pretty cool.
The church service we had a church service on the Oval, didn't we?
Yes, that was the first one back from COVID. You talking about that one?
Really?
Oh,
The first one back from COVID, we had it in
was that Broadbeach?
off Penhaligon.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
So
we did.
before we had a venue, because we weren't allowed to go back
Yeah.
there, and we didn't
The
have
soccer
the new
field.
venue, we had it at the field, and it was so cool because it was like when we've had it at Mudgebar, and all the kids were just
Yes.
playing.
And it was
so
a-
we had church, but they were all just playing
It was a
games all
great-
around
like,
us.
it was- a lot of people came out
There's a
too.
lot
though.
of-
Yeah, it
Man, was I
amazing.
there? I wasn't talking about that one. When was that?
Yeah, pretty much
Bina.
straight after.
It was the first one
Yeah, the
back
first.
all together.
Oh, yeah. Ron Penhaligon. Sorry,
Yep.
I was thinking T.E.
There's
Peters.
a soccer club there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Far out.
We didn't think there'd be many people.
No.
So we just had a guitar and
It was great.
it was amazing. Who preached at that?
Don't know.
I did.
No, I didn't. I feel like it was Tupper.
Might have been.
She shared something that day, I remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot being shared. I just remember having like communion and worshipping and just being
Yeah.
all together.
That's right.
Man, so good.
It's awesome.
I remember having a morning service, and we always came back for the night, and there was a storm, and the council said, no going out, stay at home.
I
Like,
think
it's
I
a
remember
major
this.
warning, and we had the church set up, so I just texted a few guys, and we said, let's meet there and pack it down, and then we won't have a service, and we ended up playing soccer, indoor soccer.
Oh,
There's a lot of memories.
oh, I don't know.
Ages.
Yeah, I think I can remember that,
it was
eh?
a bad storm because we were like, oh, nah, she'll be right. But actually, it was really bad. So, nah, stay home, everyone.
Playing indoor soccer.
Oh,
man.
man. Packed up.
That hall was actually the best,
Yeah.
eh?
It was
Man,
so
I miss
good.
that.
I wonder if it was the high ceilings or something. It was so
No, it was
cool.
the aircon
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah. Oh, the
Mate.
aircon there was so.
Praise the Lord for that
It
thing.
was.
Yeah.
They were big,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mate.
They were great.
It punched out the aircon.
Man, remember
Yeah.
set up, whole thing, packed down, whole thing. Shout out
that
to Buddy.
cupboard,
Buddy for like,
Oh, that
that
cupboard.
cupboard.
Oh, yeah, that was Tetris.
Oh yeah,
All
and
our
it was
stuff in
every
that little
Sunday. It
cupboard.
was like
I got a little bit,
repacking
I got a little
it.
bit possessive over that cupboard for a period of time. Don't
I've
put
seen
anything
grey
in. I'll put it in.
hairs.
I'll
I've
put it
seen
in.
grey hairs
Yeah.
like literally appear from that cupboard.
Sucks, man. Oh,
Remember that time we cancelled the night service and went down to the Broadwater Parklands for George's canoes coming in?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I
The boat,
know.
he went over to the islands
Yeah.
and they all came back
They
in.
brought a
Yeah.
canoe over.
That's
At the Broadwater
Yes.
Parklands.
what? Someone wrote something.
No, George and the family.
His
and
family's
Yeah.
canoe was arriving in the Broadwater Parklands.
It was not coming from the islands, right?
Yeah, they came from the islands, literally. And it wasn't a little canoe.
It was a massive canoe.
was big, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It
But
was
we
still.
we
it was still
canceled the service and said, we'll just go to help them down there.
hang on, it's still a canoe's a canoe.
It's probably not called a canoe.
Okay.
Let's be honest. It's probably an. Oh, wow.
it's
Sorry for the
something-
Cook Islanders.
Can we get a picture up on this episode? I want
Yep.
to see what this.
Just, can we
waka is.
confirm with the director? Was it canoe or not a canoe?
Yeah,
Well,
that's a long canoe ride. That's a very long canoe ride.
Who's rowing that thing?
The canoes I've seen don't have roofs. They don't have bedrooms. So that's a long trip.
we closed the service because of that.
Was it
So
worth
good.
it?
Went there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
good.
cool.
because they had a big cultural thing.
So many memories.
And I think I shared on the stage.
Yep.
there.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
That was
It's awesome.
that was cool. Yeah, we did heaps of different stuff.
So much stuff. I love how like we haven't just been in one place either. Like those times where we've had to move places and where probably would rattle a lot of people, and like we've just so many times and we've just copped it, and it's actually been amazing. Like
Yeah.
the amount of times we've
Yeah.
been on an oval and just
True.
worship, the amount of times we've like the surf club, just random stuff that would really
Prayer at the
inconvenience.
beach.
Prayer at the beach was the best. Three places, eh?
No,
No, it's like 5.
6
Yeah.
places.
Yeah, multiply. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
From Jacob's Well was one.
Yeah.
Paradise Point,
Broad Beach,
Broad Beach, Burleigh,
Burleigh, and then
Tugan, and then Tweed.
Man,
Yeah.
I remember people walking past when we were worshipping and people just stopping and some people joining in, like walking their dogs were just like, what's going on here? And just standing on the outs. Like, are you a Christian? Nah, this is just beautiful.
Just standing watching it.
So sick.
What do we do at Broadwater one time? There was a prayer and worship there as well.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No, true. Yeah, we got. Yes.
there.
There was
Yeah.
something there.
No, it wasn't.
Dan's
Yeah, you
saying
were.
you were there.
I don't remember it.
Scissors, rock and paper.
Unless it was East United.
I feel like it was maybe like something to do with Easter.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's true.
And
We
then
had
Passover at the park, and
Yes.
Mantra Bar.
we had Leah,
That's fun.
we had Kaika share that briefly. Something. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember. It was good.
Oh, embarrassing memories.
Oh,
There are none.
Man.
Oh, God.
Oh, my most embarrassing I can't share. Oh, I'm not going to. I'm not going to share that because it's
Filter.
Oh, how many pulpits have we been through?
oh Lord, Dan, probably be able to count a couple.
What happened? How many what?
How many
Pulpits.
pulpits have we broken?
Oh. One I have.
Do you want to expand on that? Like, tell us a bit about.
Yeah, it was structurally the integrity was not there. The structural integrity was weak.
Well, I'm
Nothing to do with my 100+ kilo
no,
frame.
I'm glad you're here because we actually sent it away to get it examined.
Forensic
Yeah.
The company said structurally sound, misuse.
Yeah, I shouldn't have leaned on it.
Have you broken one?
No. What about
Are you sure?
Five Space? We've had a lot of memories at Five
Oh.
Space.
A lot of youth nights here, eh?
Yep.
All the changes to the auditorium.
Oh,
It's
wow.
been changed so many times.
Yeah, that's true.
Man,
Yeah.
A lot.
I remember when we built the stage in the corner.
Yep. And then we ripped it apart,
Yeah.
Built it-
demolished
another
it.
Oh, yeah, there was that stage in the corner.
Yeah. Remember when it was on this back wall?
Yes.
one. Yeah, originally, and then the corner, and now it's that wall. Remember we had the ranch slider open and we had people outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like piled outside to be able to see.
In.
That was pretty epic.
Oh, I remember when we were building some stuff in here. I wasn't very skilled at this point. Still not really skilled. At the top of the ladder, I don't know what we were doing, but I had someone who was from Chapel Burley. I had their power drill, and it was a Panasonic, a really strong. And I was at the top drilling into the concrete, and it locked up, and it just whipped and smacked me in the forehead and split me.
Oh, wow.
And
So
I was
funny.
no joke. It like knocked me for 2 seconds. I remember opening my eyes and being like, oh my God, because I'm at the top of the ladder of this thing. I'm like, that could have been so bad. I was just frozen, and then a drip of blood just drops out, and someone's down the bottom. They're like, hey man, you okay? There's blood coming from your forehead. Oh man, praise the Lord. That could have been so bad. So bad.
Jeez.
Some funny stories. Some other
think
funny stories.
There's been plenty of them. Just trying to recall.
I remember
Which ones are appropriate? That's
yeah,
good.
that's
I can think of them, but
I remember actually on Firespace, I remember Malcolm and Matt putting up the soundproofing with glue.
Oh, all right.
It ended up getting off their nut.
Oh, with the spray, bro.
It was so
Oh my
Off their
God.
it
chops.
just ended up like little giggling girls, like
Just
just
laughing.
laughing because they had to do all those panels.
The fumes.
It was the fumes were just like,
It's man, that stuff's so. Well, I've recently redone it. That
yeah.
stuff is not okay.
oh,
They would have been cooked.
Yeah, you were doing that one time we came back from a youth camp. You were putting the new stuff up.
Yeah, this stuff
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, and that
yeah.
was it was getting pretty, and we were like, bro, you want to maybe stop that before these young people get high?
I was like, get out of here and leave me to my work. No, I actually had to stop because the youth were coming back
They're
in.
all in there, and we were looking. Just
I
speak
got
to them.
angry. Started having withdrawals outside. No, I was wearing proper protection.
Yep.
I remember like not embarrassing moments, but sort of nervous moments was when we were at the T. Peters Drive,
Oh.
the senior citizens hall,
Oh,
when it was locked down,
Oh yeah. Jeez.
That was scary.
and
yeah.
we had heaps of people turning up.
Heaps.
Like
People.
I remember standing on the front gate. I think Dan did one, I did one, Craig did one.
I remember
Like that.
you rostered on,
Man.
eh? You were like
Yeah.
roster on to stand at the gate.
Like an oversight there, and I remember being nervous.
Oh,
And we could only have a certain amount of people in each
yeah.
service. Eh?
Every week we were
Yeah.
Honouring
like,
the social distancing.
every week
We honoured
we
it.
were
Yeah.
honouring the Lord.
Yes.
That's who we were honouring
Yes.
the Lord.
Yeah,
Man, I
that's
was
we
done.
were
I agree, man.
the Lord.
Man, I
Come
was every week. I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna get no."
Yeah, that was
I'm not-
scary. Eh?
I'll be honest, I was like, for sure, a news crew or someone's going to rock up.
There was
And we're gonna
hundreds
be
of
like,
people.
No one in here.
And remember, you had to register for the services, and you had to like mark your name off when you went in.
Yeah.
That
You're
was
like, we got a
scary.
limit of 100 that we're allowed in because of spacing. 153.
It's so true.
198. 199.
There was hundreds coming and going, man. Oh, this is crazy.
And we still had morning.
Yes, outside,
Yeah, that
people
was cool,
everywhere.
And
Man.
the kids area was so
Crazy.
Yeah.
1 to 8
'Cause you had all
year olds
those,
all together.
You had all those apartments behind us.
Yeah, they
Man.
were all
Apartments and flats.
It's amazing we didn't get like dog dinner or anything. You know.
Yeah.
Well, there was nothing to dog in because we were totally above board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we confirm that with the director?
That was a good car
was pretty
park
cool.
though. It was good.
You know,
It was a good car park.
Yeah.
Oh, that car park was amazing for the.
So bad.
You know, talk on crazy love and how impatient are people.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
we saw some dings.
Yeah.
really.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a memory. Charles, bless his heart.
Oh, Charles.
Smashing into our
That's right. Yes.
into a black car.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
what?
Chrysler.
The Chrysler.
Yeah.
How?
Oh,
I
Foot
don't
got
remember.
stuck on that.
just context here. Charles was 90 plus years old,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Fit as a fiddle.
but there the right foot hit the wrong pedal.
Oh, Charles, was it car park?
Yeah.
Then he parked himself in the boot of.
That was amazing.
That's right.
Oh, Charles.
He's remember he had like a sort of heart attack
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
and thank goodness for Emma Pritchard.
Oh wow, what a legend, eh?
Emma over
Wow.
the years has just been.
She's
clutch,
always been there.
saved so many lives.
Do you remember that time where you were running Ignite with Brittany
Oh,
Brito.
at Broady,
Brittany.
and we were running Ignite at Broady, you and Britt, and then that kid, I don't know who that kid
Oh,
was,
that was at our house, yeah.
smashed his. He fell like he was running like because he was wet from the pool, and the jug got stuck in his arm, and he was running around with this glass jug.
No, really?
Yes,
Greg,
yes,
I
yes.
wasn't there. Greg Owen was there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was somewhere else.
Greg.
And he pulled the glass out and just.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Was Emma there for that one?
No,
No.
but I remember how awful that was. Actually, that was pretty.
Oh man.
Was that
And that's-
Kokos?
Yeah, and that's I think when we decided Ignite needs to probably stay at Broady.
Yeah,
not be in Mum
but
and
he was
Dad's
the only
house.
one that we compromised on their age.
Yeah, he was
He
the
was
youngest one.
underage.
He was the youngest one.
How
yeah.
did? What sort of jug are we talking?
It's a glass jug, like a thick glass
And
jug.
he fell. And
Yeah,
he ended up going to hospital and having stitches.
No doubt.
it was so
And
bad.
And they never came back.
Maybe we can.
Oh, yeah, and we couldn't reach
Yeah, his mum just wasn't picking up, so we were
because she
like,
was like, man, my kids are at Ignite. I've got 4 hours off.
so we were like, what do we do? Yeah, that was
And he
hectic.
was in hospital and Greg was with him.
Wow. That's,
So,
oh my god.
and we filled out
she would have been
the
upset
incident
as.
reports.
And that's
totally
why there's an
everything was
age limit
sorted.
on stuff.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
there's
So
ages.
what we're saying is it was his fault.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, let's just say the parents were cut. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
He was
Wow.
cut.
Wow. That was a dad
Oh,
joke. My bad.
We started NYC at Kokos as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember we had a girls' night and a boys'
Yes.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
and all the girls were staying in the lounge,
Yes.
and then all the boys came out late at night and were knocking
That's
on the
No,
windows,
no.
like with their
we
torches.
came in
and-
vans and cars, like t-shirts over the head,
yeah,
in utes.
fully. I remember
we came
that.
from RVB, which was around the corner, and
Rio
then
Vista boys.
So
and then
good.
shut the
Oh.
power off on you
Wow,
guys.
I remember that.
Shut the power off, and then we're like,
and all the girls like, ah, that
so
was
crazy.
cool.
And then we legged it back.
Yeah,
Far out RVB house. There's
all the Rio Vista boy
there.
dancers.
Oh my lord.
That house.
I felt sorry for Deb Candler doing a lecture there for internship.
Oh my gosh. We did do a few
Looking
things
back
there.
now, eh?
I shared once in that house. It
Why
was.
did- how did you do it
I love
more
the
than
boys.
once?
I love the boys, but that house was, let's just say, not clean.
But with all the boys living there, it was
Yeah.
pretty. All the boys.
It was.
There's no-
How many guys were living there?
I
She
know,
ended
I'm
up
like,
going there.
Not only did she share there, she
Wow.
thought we did this on purpose. We had a snake, a pet fake snake. There was a couple of them that we'd actually gotten from Time Zone when we all went to Time Zone once. And we used to hide it in the bush or in the grass just as people would walk in every time. All the time people would walk in. And we just forgot it was there. But someone kept moving it. Guaranteed every week someone kept
It's one
moving
of
it.
the
It would
boys.
get all of us who lived there for a while.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh no, well, I walked in several times. I'm like, you got me again. But Deb came in one day and
Oh
she
my
came in and she's like,
gosh.
you buggers. And we're like, what are you talking about? We just it didn't click. And she's like, you put that snake there, it scared the daylights out of me. And we're like, oh, that's been there for a year.
How many guys were living at that
Yeah.
house though?
I think we maxed out at 10 or
Yikes.
11.
How many bedrooms was it?
There was space for all. There was
I used to love
5 or 6.
I used to love walking in there.
2, 3, 4.
Big sign at the door. Please take your shoes off. The floor. The floor was so bad.
When you leave.
Man, you come out with fungal diseases if you walk with your bare feet.
Oh, what about we get the kilo of kindness there? And the rats
In the garage. Oh my gosh.
This became a joke for us because you would go into the garage and we had this running joke that there was a rat mafia that now owned the garage because you would go in there and they were just like,
Oh man.
this is our garage. We're not running from you. You run from us. No joke. You would go in that garage and there would be rats just chilling, looking at you. And it was like, sorry, man, I didn't mean to come in here without knocking. I'll leave. Bro, that house was disgusting.
And then Will giving that food to the people.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry about the holes in it. I nicked it on the ute on the way.
Don't worry to
claw
everyone
marks.
watching who received a kilo of kindness.
The claw marks in that tin of baked beans is fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man. Honestly, that stories of that house are out of
The
control.
Rio Vista boy. For context, though, a lot of people don't know there was a house. Can you explain
Yeah,
that?
there was a house. So
Yeah.
Giannis, Mikey, and myself were looking for a place to live, and we decided it was a great idea that we'd move in together. And then I think I was looking for a place, and Mikey and Giannis, they'll correct this story to anyone who cares. Anyway, so there ended up 10 of us living together because we moved in. I think Levi came with us.
Solo was
Solo.
there.
Solo ended up coming. Buddy, his brother came.
Didn't
Then
you guys used to scare him all the time or something? Remember?
scare.
Solo used to freak him out all
Or
the
was
time.
it
Jump out.
Malachi?
Always,
yeah,
man.
jumping out
Every
behind
time
doors.
you'd come home, someone was doing something. Was out of control.
And then Zach was there.
Zach moved
Yes.
in.
Malachi.
That's
Malachi,
Far out.
Levi, Buddy, Sandeep. Sandeep and I shared a
Sandeep.
room for a year.
Giannis' brother as well.
Yeah.
Ty.
Ty.
You need to bring up some photos.
So how many people is that? That's Levi, Giannis, Mikey, Solo, Sandeep, Buddy, Malachi, Samuel, Zach, me,
Oh,
friend from New Zealand. He came in.
Adrian.
Adrian
Oh, Age was there,
At
yeah.
one point, I think we were maxed out at like 10
That
people.
is just.
I think we were maxed out, and everyone was super hygienic.
Yes.
People used to use my bathroom, which was upstairs, the ensuite, when they would come over. There was
Man.
3 bathrooms before my bathroom.
The bathroom downstairs, I'd leave my thongs on
Yeah.
because when you move it, you go.
Yeah.
I would.
And I used to talk to my thongs. I'd say, "Sorry, boys,
Yeah.
someone's got to take one for the team."
One time, that same snake, Levi's room was in the garage, and you pushed the door open, and his bed was right there, and this was the best ever. We tied a rope to the back of his door handle, a string, to the snake and put it under his pillow. So when you opened it, the snake would come out at you, and we forgot about it. And a
Wow.
bunch of us were sitting in the kitchen. We'd actually totally forgotten we'd done it. And Levi's taking someone for a walk around the house, like showing them the house. I think it might have been,
Rent review.
no, BJ. Remember Beej and Bex?
Oh,
It
yes.
might have been
Yeah,
Beej.
yeah, yeah.
It might have been
Yeah.
Beej or James Pullifally. But nonetheless, we just hear this scream, like a
my
girlish scream. He'll admit it, coming from the garage. They both got
Wow.
scared by the snake. It was so good.
Wow.
Oh,
Gotta love it.
wouldn't trade those memories for anything.
What about baptisms? We had a lot of those.
Oh,
yeah.
how many have we had? Have you?
Be interesting to see
Hundreds.
how many.
Heaps at our house.
Yeah,
Yep.
heaps.
I
at
I
our
got, I got
house.
baptized in your pool.
Yep.
Yeah, heaps at Dan's house, heaps
Yeah.
at the beach.
Yeah, man.
And we
Oh,
had
at
it
lake.
At the lake.
Yeah,
Like
Lake Hugh Mums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Till people started getting infections.
Yeah, until the algae came.
I can't feel my legs.
What about as well internship too?
Oh,
That's been cool. Like
Yeah.
seeing
Internship.
interns come through.
how good.
Yeah, at your house.
Yeah.
We were at your
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Started there.
Yeah.
There used to be a whiteboard in there. How did you fit the whiteboard in there?
There's a big whiteboard.
It was
Oh,
jam.
man.
Yeah, Cocos, we did a lot in Cocos.
We were at your dinner table every day. The big table, we were just there.
And then that's the year we moved as well to Marion Court.
That's right.
Because then we had another intake. So we had
Yeah.
15 in that time.
Wow.
Man.
Remember all week?
Yeah.
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 Just
Yeah.
before we had this.
Yeah.
We then came here.
That we then came.
We finished here because we graduated here. I've got a photo of
Oh, that's right.
all of us out here. Man.
You guys were the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was asking, I wanted to be, I didn't even know what an intern was. And I wanted to be an intern. I was like, can I be your intern? Like, we don't have an intern program, mate. Praise the Lord.
That was I tried to start an internship the year before we started. And that didn't go very well.
Oh. Hey, remember when Paulie was baptizing someone in your pool?
Oh,
And he fell
Yes.
in.
Fell in.
Yeah.
and he said,
No,
"Thank you, Jesus."
That was
No, it was Dan.
Dan. It was
Sorry,
Dan.
It was Dan. It
Oh,
was Dan.
we saying
You- sorry,
No,
Paulie. Sorry,
sorry.
Paulie. No, Dan.
Yeah,
Lewis.
yeah.
Dan
Oh, okay,
Lewis
then
and
say the
Paul,
name. Why
yeah.
not?
Oh, he won't care, will he?
No, he doesn't care.
And your
So
dad
good.
fell in as well.
So good.
Johnny fell in. That was
Oh man, so good. Baptisms.
Man.
At the beach, opposite school,
It was it.
Yeah, well.
just before our wedding.
Mikey did too. And
Yana.
And there's some
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
wow.
baptisms there.
at the beach. Some of the
Man.
days were quite rough.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't there a
Rough.
story of Noli having rescued?
Oh, no, that was Ignite. That was Ignite.
Oh, jeez, bro.
Brittany and I had a fantastic idea of taking the Igniters for a surf lesson. So going to the beach.
That's a great idea.
It was awesome.
Two non-surfers taking kids for surfing
Yeah.
We
lessons.
ended up having to get a lifesaver to save TJ. because
He got
Oh,
caught
yeah,
in a
got-
wreck.
Yeah.
pulled out. So I'm like, sorry, TJ, I can't.
Pray, TJ, pray.
I'm like, hey, rescue guy, can you get this guy?
TJ was rescued though. Let's
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
He's currently living in Melbourne, doing well. So,
So we did an incident report, of course.
He hasn't been to church since.
yes,
And
yes, the incident
The
reports.
risk was so high that we haven't done that again. So
Yeah.
there's no only surf lessons. He's like, nah, she'll be right.
Well, look, Noli is one of the best men
Oh.
to save someone, but his surf teaching style is rather unique. It is. Here's a surfboard.
Get on it.
I'll meet you at the back. And he'll stand at the back and be like, come on, mate, you can do it. Noli.
Gotta love
I
the
actually
cultures.
remember another good memory is the missions trips.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember, I think John and Anita took like the first group, which was like Mikey, Lana, Jenny,
Yeah.
Levi. They came back. And then I remember going on the second trip, which was so much fun. And I went with Craig and Kerry. And then it's so funny because when we got back, that's when I met Brandon, which was
Yes.
Kerry's cousin, which is now my husband. So it's like, I think the mission trips are really cool as well.
So good.
So good. I
know?
saw a
Yeah.
photo of
Amazing.
you there recently, like literally last week. I saw a photo of you on the mission trip. I was like, man, I forgot they happened.
Yeah, like just so many memories
So
of
good.
that and all the fundraisers. Like we've done so many fundraisers
Oh,
for
man.
stuff
Fundraisers.
over the years to make it all like so good.
So true. Remember the nachos?
Yeah.
Man,
Nachos.
The Ignite fundraiser.
which was
We
that?
used to order $5 pizzas.
Oh my
And
gosh.
sell,
Oh wow.
sell each
Yes,
slice
for like
$2.
$2-3 each.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
we had 10 $5 pizzas and we're going to Hocked them off for
$2 a
Massive
slice.
profits.
Man, are they selling $5 Domino's pizzas? Oh man, don't worry about it. They're so good.
It's so true. At the end of the night, we're like rolling in the dough.
$2 a slice.
Yeah.
it was funny.
My house should be called a house of prayer.
Well, we've done so many fundraisers, eh?
So
Man.
many.
Yeah.
That kitchen
Oh,
at
that's
Broadbeach State
Yeah.
School
Oh.
is so cool. The
They
back
got worked.
window,
Yeah.
the youth team serving. It would be
Yeah,
chaos in
that
there.
was so cool.
Man.
And Mum would be like nearly the only one baking for a while, so she'd rock up with all this food.
Dude, she used to rock
Yeah.
up with like 5
Yeah, Mum
trays.
used to have 5 trays of like
Sam,
slices.
Can you give me a hand getting a couple trays out? I remember that. She would do all of it.
Got
And she'd
28 of
always
them.
like call us and be like, make sure you carry a slice in with you like, every Sunday. Can
Yeah,
you
all
grab-
of you, each of you siblings.
all of
come
us
in
would
with
rock up with a slice.
Man. That caramel slice though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Lord.
Oh, you remember we did the working bee at the school and we did a nice
The
concrete
footpath.
path and 2 years later they ripped it off. We were thinking we were helping him out and doing a community
minute.
service.
Oh,
Next minute,
man.
Gone.
it's all gone.
They never really liked us, eh? The school.
The first principal.
Yeah, certain people.
Oh, that was a funny one. We started a breakfast club and it lasted 2 weeks.
What happened?
Because they didn't want the breakfast club.
That's right.
Oh, with for the kids, eh?
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, yeah.
What
Free.
about overflow parking at the Catholic church?
Oh, yep.
Remember we had that
Yep.
little.
Yes,
We did.
that's true.
The Catholic church.
Oh,
Saint-
yeah, and people
Saint
could
Maria.
park up there,
You
yeah.
just walk
Oh,
up.
Stella Maria, I think it was.
And people were like, oh, I'm not parking all the way over there. It's like a 50-meter
Wow.
walk.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember you would see people, if you watched on a Sunday, I'm not going to name and shame anyone. I can't remember who. But you'd see people rock up, they couldn't get a park, and you'd see them do a couple laps and then they just drive off and leave.
Oh, because we'd have the marathon.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, and like all the stuff down
Yeah.
there, like
which
the
a few of our people ran in that
Did
marathon.
Carrie Anna do it?
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't
She
think
did.
while we were
Brittany did one.
Brittany.
Oh, Brittany.
Carrie
We
Ann.
cheered on Brittany.
Bakes.
Bakey.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool. That's so cool. And how blessed are we now, eh? That where we are now is so sick.
It's perfect.
Unlimited parking.
Parking.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
But
Pretty
people
much.
still drive around and around, hoping for a space in the car park.
and then park on the sides so that people can't get out. Because God forbid walking 30 meters is just out of
or you
control.
see young guys solo taking up the car park.
Or you have a little moped that sits in parks and places.
Oh, that takes up one whole car space.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I love that.
Every week.
Every week. So good.
Well, have we provided
easy for me,
motorbike
right?
car parking?
Yes,
you know?
Sash.
Yeah, fair.
You know,
So
you're
good.
pointing the finger, but there's 3 pointing back.
That's it. I'm
Exactly
pointing,
right.
I'm
3
my
pointing
hand.
back.
You know what? You need to-
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm going to start pointing like that now.
Hey,
You know what,
Over to
you?
Sasha.
spread your fingers so you can really get.
More people.
Are you talking to all of me? Yeah, every part of you, head to toe.
You do a hand movement.
All 5 of you.
All you guys. Oh, so good, man.
My
Wait,
head
what
went to
about
bad place then.
online church?
Oh, how good was online church? I dropped the communion.
I spilled my communion.
Spilled my communion, love. Jeez,
People
we
did not recover for 2 weeks
Yeah.
from that.
Oh, yeah.
not name your shame, but geez, we love Dennis Bernard. It's such a
Lois, I spilled my communion. Oh, it
Because
was
you forgot to mute. It's so
hated
good.
Oh, so
Oh, that was so
We had to do
frustrating.
our last term of internship.
Oh, on
Remember?
Zoom.
On Zoom.
Yes.
that explains a lot. Who was in that intake?
Don't know.
Brady.
Yeah. But for the last term, it was like me, Half, Zach, Ali Bean, Trent.
Shazza. Oh, no.
No, I think she
Shazza.
was in the one after me.
Josh.
Josh, yeah.
Man,
Josh.
Yeah.
man. We got to put together. We got to put together a.
I mean, hated that. Zoom.
Yeah.
Not the internship. I hated that group.
Yeah.
Moving on. No, we got to put together you'd be good for helping with an internship alumni. You just rattled off a heap of names that you forget, man. How many people have done
So
internship?
many.
We did rattle that off somewhere in
Yeah,
Teams.
we're up there.
In Teams.
Get in there.
Nowhere near that. Have you had a crack?
What?
Anyway, it's not about this.
No.
What do you mean? Have you done internship?
Oh, Georgie.
Not the right time yet, but I will get there.
Let's go. Little plug there.
I'll get there.
Very good. Very good.
Talking about something else. The Zoom thing.
Online church.
Online church. You know what was
Like
cool?
what Pedro said yesterday.
What did he say?
Online church isn't church.
Yeah.
No, it's so
Nice.
not,
It's
eh?
rubbish.
He said a lot of things yesterday.
Yeah.
I can't understand some of it.
I wish you
wow.
speak English.
Wow.
Pedro. He won't watch this anyway. Don't worry about it.
So true though.
You know what was really good is we ended up like having home church like groups, and that was cool because
That was way better.
that was really good. And
Yeah.
then people were like, "Man, let's keep home church," and everyone was like, "Stuff this."
I remember that when we then
Yeah.
got into the building, like it took people quite a while to then like adjust
Get
to,
used to it.
like being all together
Yeah.
again.
I mean, it's amazing if you know those Zoom meetings. Amazing how people still turned up late. Mate, you just had to walk from your bedroom to the lounge room.
Oh, that's true. Why was your screen blurred? Why didn't you have your screen on? Oh man.
You know something else actually is Capella Church.
Capella.
Capella Chapel.
Oh.
That got started.
Sash and Huff were there. Sam
Yeah.
and Samantha were there when we started.
True.
Koiki and Stella.
At a
Solo.
Brazilian church.
Yeah.
It's pretty
yeah,
cool.
that was cool.
Remember we used to have that on us after breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. After
pretty
breaking
cool.
bread. Yeah, so we served there as like a internship. So instead of doing like morning and night, just Huff and I did morning in Capella when it was
That's right.
on.
Yep.
So that was really cool.
Mm.
Yeah, we enjoyed that.
It was awesome little Brazilian
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Still plugging away.
Good food.
Yeah, it's
Still
going
plugging
awesome.
away.
It's going great guns.
Could never understand what they were saying, but it seemed great.
I could. Yeah.
You can?
I would always be like, who are they talking about in the Bible? Because I could hear them talking, like reading from the Bible. But then it just blew me away that like Peter isn't Peter. Like it's
Oh,
Pedro. And I'm
Pedro.
like, what do you mean? That's his name. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
because it's different. And I was just so confused by that. It took me so long to get it. I'm like, yeah, just like the way, and you know, obviously like Jesus is
Like
Jesus and
Luke
stuff.
is Lucas and Mark is Marcus. Can't you understand that?
Yeah, that one's different. That's
James
Oh.
is Tiago.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, get that, figure that one out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought.
Tiago.
Tiago.
Most Brazilians are Tiago or Pedro. So
Most of them.
Pedro, Tiago.
Jesus. That's it. That's what they say. Jesus. Say.
I don't know if they say it like that.
Jesus.
Yes.
Is it
No,
J or Jesus?
I mean, he says it was an Aussie twang.
Yeah, it's true.
I am Australian.
Massive Aussie twang.
Where are we, guys? Where are we?
I'm trying to think of all like the guests we've had over the years. Like, do you remember when Chad? Is it Chad or
That
Jad?
was cool.
Came over and we like all had to try and learn Wonder or something, like the song.
Oh my
Do you remember
gosh.
like all the guests
Oh,
we've
yeah,
had
Josh
over
loved
the
that.
years?
Yeah. Wonder.
Yeah,
Drumming
Josh.
song, that one.
Yep.
It was a
Or all of our Easter productions, and we would make like these big Easter nights, and Anthony would do the drawing.
Oh my gosh, that
And
horse.
we would
Got that on
organize
video.
Remember that?
what? Yeah, it's
The
recorded.
horse.
A horse.
It looked like a
That
possessed
was Bright
horse.
Sunday.
Was it?
Wow.
Are you sure it wasn't
Yeah,
Easter?
yeah.
Because I feel like I remember Rochelle had like a stable set
Oh,
up
yeah,
and with
that's
all the animals, and then
Christmas
he came out. Was it
stable?
Christmas?
I remember
oh,
that.
Oh,
Wow.
And he came dressed.
And he came
We've
dressed
had
up
a
as a
lot.
horse, and it had like red eyes. And Lily and Vita were like
kids
3 or 4, and
flipped
they were
out.
losing
Wow.
it because
Yeah.
it was so scary.
It was like a demon possessed
It
horse.
was.
That's what the girls were acting like.
Funny.
Dude, that's so true. What about the show that he did?
Yeah.
The live
Yeah.
show.
That was that was in
cool.
Broady. You shared at that.
Yeah. And
of
Buddy
the-
did a spoken word.
That's right.
Oh, buddy spoken word.
Yeah.
So
And
good.
that was so cool.
Man. Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was.
Because you said to me the night that week, you're like, "Yeah, I'm just going to get up and wing it." Do you remember that?
That sounds like me.
Yep. We were like, no, don't wing that, mate.
And
be
I
a
got
wing
up
nut.
and I winged it. No.
No, you had your notes, man. That was good, man. That was good.
Oh man.
So cool.
Yeah, there's some good memories of like the productions we do, and all the youth would like make all these cool dances as well.
That's true.
And the Rio Vista boys would
Oh,
do
they did a
dances every
dance.
now and
Yeah,
again.
that's true.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. We sort
Man.
of cut that.
Yeah.
Bro, do you remember?
Yeah,
oh yeah, who
That was a
it?
bit much.
Kylie Joseph.
Oh, wow.
What was the song?
I don't know.
Riding.
Yeah.
Was that my
Oh, yeah.
pony?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was
That
some.
was bad.
The director's saying stop.
Yes.
Stop
All right,
the story.
let's change the
It's-
subject.
No, but those I can't believe that show that Anthony did.
Yeah, that was-
like
It was amazing.
That was
that
actually
was
amazing.
next
Yeah.
level. I
He'd
remember
have
being
that on
like,
video somewhere.
Those
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful animations at the back and everything.
Man,
That was cool.
everything was like, how are we doing this? We actually blacked out the windows. We put garbage bags on the windows.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
and
was,
it was
pitch
that was
black.
totally
That was
blacked
cool.
out, that building.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, Anthony's amazing, eh? He did so good.
I loved all your mum's amazing creations.
Yes.
Of like she'd have a vision and then invite me over to like put together these crafts. And then at the beginning they started off like being huge, like the big love sign, and it was on like big, is it crates? Like the big
Yes.
timber.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would
yeah.
like carry them in there and like get splinters on hand. Like, hey, we need to think lighter. easier.
That's right.
And I was at your house and I was doing it. And it was just before my wedding. And then Miller was like there playing. I was like, she was kind of helping, not. And then I looked up and she'd cut her fringe. Like literally just like cut her fringe off.
Oh my gosh.
Miller. And then I was like, uh-oh. And I was like, Michelle. And she was so happy with herself. Like she's like, look, I've cut my hair. And then your mum was like, oh no, Miller, your hair won't look like Elsa for the wedding, because she was in our wedding. It was so funny.
It actually was really
No,
cute.
it was
Miller's
so
little
cute,
friend.
I
It was
know.
so cute.
So good.
Like all those creations, all the things that we've done, like for a dawn and yeah.
The home
that's always-
sign. The home sign?
Yeah.
Oh, the home sign.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Styrofoam,
right.
home
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
went everywhere.
Just got busted.
over the
It turned
years.
into Ohm.
Half the
Then it
decor
was
was
just
in
me.
the garage. Half the decor is just sitting in
Yeah.
the
Some of
garage.
it's been
eh?
thrown out. Well, that home sign and the kids flipping 400 kilogram timber sign, they took up 80% of the storage in the storage cupboard. Do you remember?
Yes.
It was like,
Remember we ended up putting stuff on top of the
I
That was
remember
like an
that.
extra allowance. It's like we paid for it. It's like, hey, we can put some stuff on the top. We found out. Oh, man.
And then we ended up
even-
throwing stuff on the side.
Yeah.
The
Man.
side of the stage.
Yeah.
Shucks.
no.
Oh, that's
You
right
get
on
it
the
on
ramp.
on the
The
ramp.
van, remember you used to pack the church van?
Oh, the van.
Oh, the amount of times I
still going, that
unloaded
van.
that flipping van with
That
you
van's
guys.
still going. It's the best.
Man,
Far out.
I don't know if your mum was stitching me up one day, but you know the poles, we've still got them.
Oh,
The
those.
steel. I remember she one day goes to me, hey, Sam,
No, I need to get
can you, oh, sorry, you guys all right? You better get the poles back up.
Just a little to-do thing.
Rochelle asked me to pull the timber out of the base, and I was like, oh, I think I felt them before. I think they're fixed in. She's like, no, they're not fixed. They come out. They used to come out. One of them came out, and the rest must have gotten wet and swollen in there. And I spent like a good half an hour. I was like, man, she's asked me to do this. I'm going to do this. And I was like, Rochelle, I can't get them out. And she's like, oh, they're probably just stuck. Don't worry about it. I was defeated.
Still got those poles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, when we first had them, I'm like, oh, nah, these are old and crusty.
We have used.
They're
we
going
used
everywhere.
those for
They've
years.
been everywhere.
every event. Hey,
Weddings,
they come out.
birthdays, everything.
Weren't they they're at the recording, weren't they, of our
Oh,
song we did in the park? Yeah.
Wow.
But we've done stuff like that.
Yeah. That's right.
That was cool.
Like how, just, I don't know, audacious.
Amazing.
Yeah. But it's
It's-
always been.
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I was just going to say it's so crazy. Like seeing from the start, there was literally like 2 rows of people, like
Yeah.
3 rows of people. And then to like now, it's so crazy. Hey.
It
true.
is crazy.
Even like the anthems of praise song, like when we were looking for a song for the kids to do for Bright Sunday just passed, and we wanted something like fun and upbeat, and then that song came on, and I just remember like sitting and Zach and Rael were behind me, and they were just like getting right into it. And they're
Yeah.
like, this song is so cool. And I was like, yes, we got a song. This is what we can do this song.
So good.
And then seeing everyone Bright Sunday at the PM service, and everyone was doing the dance. Like everyone was just watching, you know, like Maddie, and just like catching on and doing it all together. I'm like, it's so cool because, you know, it's just so us. It's so uniquely us. Like, yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, I wonder what people see when they walk in now, like not knowing. You know, like, because it's pretty, it seems pretty like big now, but I think when you know, like I still walk in and I'm like, oh, it's just home.
Yeah, because
Like
that's
it's-
how it felt. Yeah, it still does, but just different.
Yeah, like because it's like it's a little over. Man, like when you're in the foyer after or in between service, like that's
It's
so
insane, eh?
overwhelming in there. That noise.
The noise.
Remember before they put the carpets and stuff down when there was no furniture in there? First couple of times it was like, oh, help, get me out of here. But for people that like don't know, it must be weird, eh? Because they'll be like, oh, this is big. This is like a big church. But it's kind of like, oh, it's not.
Big little.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's home. It's still home. We had that home sign before people were saying home.
Yeah.
It's always been home.
Yeah.
We literally after church would all end up at someone's home. After church. Remember that? Everyone
All the
would be at your
games
house.
nights and
Sleeping on your couch. I got a photo of Sandeep asleep on your couch. It's after church service. He'd probably worked 30 hours straight and then come to church. It's like,
Wow.
oh, man.
Take your shoes off at the door
Yeah.
of the church.
Yes, bro. Oh, that's right.
He totally.
Man.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Church camp.
I
Yeah.
don't think I ever went to church camp.
The first
I
one.
haven't been to church camp.
The first one.
Nah.
The first
Yeah.
I was away for
I
the
think
first
it was
one.
youth camp. Was it youth camp? Oh no, I went to the very first church camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. And then we said we're going to do it every year, and then it took 6 years to do it.
Did another one.
Yeah.
It's a lot to
What
organise,
happened?
lots to coordinate.
Oh,
No one put their hand up to
organised.
The organisers were burnt
wow.
So
out.
what happened, Sam? Why didn't you organise one?
No one asked me.
Wow. Wow.
Beautiful. Eh?
The Chapel Way, is it?
Yeah. It's been raising kids.
That's all.
Yeah. Oh, so good. So good. The kids' church trolley. That's a cool memory. Rolling the black kids' church trolley, rolling it down. We were talking about
All
this
the
with,
way down at the
Tracy
school.
the other day.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I was like, you had to, because you had like 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 boxes stacked up, those plastic like Bunnings boxes on the trolley, and you'd like some other stuff, and you'd like wheel it down, and you'd just like be talking to someone, you'd lose concentration and like clip one of the garden beds, and the boxes would like fall over, and you're like,
But the kids' room was at the other end of the school.
yeah. It was like
They were
100,
a long way
150 meters
Yeah,
away.
so
Yeah.
funny.
What took you so long?
Condition of those toilets sometimes.
Yikes.
Oh my god.
In
I
the
don't even
morning?
want to think about
Oh my Lord. I just got to go to the toilet before I set up those speakers. Oh, man. I can still smell. I just remember
Yuck.
So
the smell of
bad.
those
Okay,
toilets. That's disgusting. Oh, jeez. Where are the toilets? Ah, look, probably better you just wait till wait till
Can you
get
hold
home.
on?
Stella Marie.
Can you just hold on for like an hour?
Because there were a few people.
Like 2 hours then, though.
Or there'd be
because we only had
sand
one.
and it would be all wet from the beach.
Yeah.
You get randoms come over and use the bathrooms. while
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
Come have some morning tea.
Or randoms come in.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
happening here?
Yeah.
Zumba?
Oh, yeah, Zumba.
Zumba was there, karate.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Man.
Memories, eh?
So many good memories. So many good memories.
Been a-
Yeah, it's been
Maybe
awesome.
a little comment to wrap up. Each can share a
Yeah.
little thought or
Yeah.
attitude or something to highlight.
I think I've got. And obviously it's coming from a bias, but that is what it is. I've always loved our simplicity, authenticity, And I wish I had another ticity because that'd just sound great, but I don't. Simplicity, authenticity, and
Genuinity.
Tenacity.
what?
Genuinity.
Genuinity, duplicity,
Tenacity.
tenacity.
Yeah.
Oh, look out.
Generosity. Generosity.
Oh, wow, now they're coming. But no, I think that, it's a real, and obviously our hunger and desire for the Lord has always been there, amongst all of the practical things and stupid things and funny things. And I think, when you asked the question before, I wonder what people see. I think they see the Lord.
Yeah.
And wow, you get emotional. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, go Sash.
Stay on him.
It's pretty awesome.
Stay there.
Zoom in on Dan.
Whenever I go up the back at church on a Sunday and I see you up the back in the sound desk, I'm like, oh, this is Dan's hiding place. He'll sit there with his tissues.
Yeah,
Sorry, I've
it's
just
true.
revealed your
No, that's true.
secret place
Got
on a
him.
Sunday.
Got him, Sash. Well done.
Oh,
It's pretty amazing.
Gosh, it's so hard. It's so hard to think of one thing. I think one thing that I've really valued just across the 10 years or so is just that, it's just the love from the people. And I've just felt so much of like God's love and faithfulness and goodness in my life displayed through the people around. And also just, I think I used to feel quite like insecure and not so confident, but then because people encouraged me and believed in me and nurtured me along, it's just grown me so much. And I think just pushing past that uncomfortableness and in times I think like Chapel's always gone through like these waves, and each time it's like you can see like this level of discomfort as we're about to go into a change, and just because of everyone's love and just I think it comes down to love, that just choosing to remain has just been beautiful. I think just to see who stays and what God does in that moment.
So good.
Yeah.
I just think, looking across Chapel over the last 10 years, you can just see that. So I think that's quite special to me.
I think I'm much the same. I think just having a place where like people have just been really patient and kind and like love, not to be cliche, but it is really love, because, like people just are not insecure about your insecurities, like people aren't worried, especially, key people that have been in my life have just like loved on me and seen my stuff that, most people would probably chop and, which would push me away, but have just chilled and let me figure stuff out and loved on me and encouraged me. And I love the saying, insecurity breeds insecurity. So the true is for the opposite, which security breeds security. And I'm the same, super insecure and like issues, and just like grace and love and not just one or two people, like a lot of people just loved on me. And then over the years, like I've just been able to grow into a less insecure person, a more secure person, a more loving and kind person. And I'm just so thankful for that. It's been amazing. And it's still happening now. It's still happening. I love that.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think one thing I love is the passion and the fire of people. Like I sort of see that like when we sort of have games and stuff.
So cool.
Our community is really competitive. But it sort of stirs passion and fire.
Yeah.
And how they just let it go afterwards, and it's all, it's just good fun. But I love that relates to our passion for the Lord as well.
Yeah.
Like people are sort of unafraid, unashamed to put their hands up and just share and pray. And I just love that. I love the passion of people, and they can have a go. Yeah. It's a safe environment to have a crack, have a go. And it's, I love that.
It's awesome.
I think something that's a standout is probably like the culture's always kind of stayed the same, whether it's been small or like grown to where it is now. Like it's always just been consistent. Like it's still like not about the performance, not about the lights. Like it's
So
still
good.
just about the simple God and family, which is really cool. And I think in the last 10, 13 years as well is just seeing how amazing that you and mum have carried this as well. Like knowing from what we came from, it would be super easy to just kind of fit the mold. You know what I mean? But I love how it's just been running our own race. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing,
So
you know,
good.
and I still see that now. And I think I remember at the start, like the heart of it was never to grow into this big thing. And it's growing and it feels like uncomfortable, but I just think Chapel's doing so well to keep that, you know, that same culture and not
Agreed.
change.
Amazing.
You know, like I was even at a wedding a couple of weeks ago and the guy was like, oh, what church do you go to? I said, oh, Gold Coast Chapel. He said, oh, how many people are there? Oh, you know, I haven't seen it promoted anywhere. And I'm like, I love that it's just stayed, you know, really
Awesome.
in this precious bubble of like, we've really protected that, you know? Yeah,
So
I think
good.
that's really awesome.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Well, director, is that us?
it's time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Part one.
What?
Part one.
That's plenty of parts right there,
Book
mate.
Dan in for 2, 3, and
Streaming
4.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.